Good morning to you. What is the answer to the number 19? We have some fun sayings in French, and one of them is that la vérité sort de la bouche des enfants. So we say that truth comes out of the mouth of children. And I was with some little friends the other day. She is 4 and he is 2 years and 8 months, not 2.5, 2 years and 8 months. And then, you know how cute kids are at that age. And one says, well, how many, I want to count to 19. No, how many, something about 19. And the mom says, well, then you have to use both hands. And I said, well, you can count to 19 on one hand. And so I showed the little girl, and I just, oh well, I lost my little, there it is. Hey, we never know here. Oh, okay. So let me show you how to count to 19 on one hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Then you can go 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. How's that? Human body is so crazy amazing. It's so, it's miraculous, all this stuff. Everything is just so incredible. Hopefully you get to see that. Hopefully you're noticing things like that yourself. Not necessarily how to count to 19 on one hand, but how amazing and how beautiful life is. Remember these things? Oh, that's the good old day. Well, that's my telephone. And I am so happy to have that telephone. It takes me twice as long to text someone. But I tell you what, when I go in there, I text and I leave. Isn't that amazing? There's no addictive quality to this for me. This thing, on the other hand, this thing, what I call the numerical, it's a number, it's a real number, all right, it's a number, yeah. So this numerical device, I try to go into the numerical to give out into the digital. But I tell you what, when I reverse it and I go into the digital, oh my gosh, wow, it's amazing. There's something in there. We see it or we don't, but I'm telling you, this telephone, amazing, amazing. Just, it really is. And anyway, so I wanted to come on in English today because I've been doing videos on YouTube for 16 years. For the first 15 years, I almost exclusively did them in English. Sure, there's a couple of videos where I've done a couple of videos in French. I did a couple of videos in Portuguese when I was hanging out in Brazil. Italian, I think I've got some Italian videos, and of course Spanish as well. But anyway, last year, for whatever reason, when I bought this device, this iPhone 13, whatever, it kept me in French. If I did a video in English, I would get like 30 views or whatever, and then if I did it in French, I'd get 300 or whatever, whatever. But anyway, I just went with whatever it was, and I was like, okay, whatever. And so I did grow over 1,000 subscribers in French, which really messes things up even more fun now. Oh, look, there's 19 people, one like. Okay, but that messed things up a little bit because it didn't mess things up. It's just that now I really need to figure out what's going on, because I've been doing Tuesdays and Fridays at 11:11. I've been doing a French broadcast, and I wanted to try Wednesdays to do an English broadcast, for example. So I really would like to as we say, recuperate some of my English audience. And it's all good. I'll do whatever is needed of me. That's fine. But my messages for the last 16 years have been about gratitude. I'm not asking you to like or to subscribe or all that stuff. Really, it's not that I don't care about that, but for me, the most important is if you find a video that you like, that you share it. For me, sharing is what social media is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about the sharing. So I really don't care about all the likes and stuff. I know the algorithm needs that, and that's fine. And I understand the game. The more people to like, the more people the algorithm will invite into the live. And I get it. But it's not that I don't care, but I just figure the people that need to hear my message, so to speak, they'll show up. And it's all good. I just keep on giving what I can as I am, and we will see what is generated from there, and it's all good. So I've got Nagesh Dabarao. Hello, friends. Where are you? Nagesh Dabarao, where are you? I am in France. I am on the French Riviera. I am between, I'm literally 200 meters from the beach, and I'm between Marseille and Toulon. So Toulon is the big city next to us here. I'm just in a little village, little seaside village. Very happy to be near the sea and to have a little bit of sunshine today because whatever's going on with the sky, that's some funny stuff. There's all sorts of funny stuff going on in the world, and that's okay. Whatever is going on, I am still thankful to be here because realistically, life is still a miracle. I mean, we're getting into some real new stuff for this period of time. We're getting into some things that we're really probably not equipped or ready for, but for whatever it is what it is. And sometimes the tough things make us grow better somehow, and so that's fine. We need a little bit of everything to make a world, as we say in French. Oh, that's cute. 22 people, 2 likes. Anyway, V Fandom, hi, hello. And so I really love the idea that there's an old Jim Rohn quote that's something about don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. He's got this certain way of talking. And I really do like some of the old Jim Rohn stuff. It was great stuff. Remember, he was the mentor for Tony Robbins, and then I was very blessed to be able to do all sorts of programs with Tony Robbins and spend time with him a bit in a couple places, and so I'm very thankful for that experience. He is absolutely amazing, and he pumps it out there, and he deserves what he has. So most of us in life probably do deserve what we have, because realistically, most of us are not challenging ourselves enough. And now I'm really speaking to myself. I'm not talking about converting any choirs or anything like that. I know myself, I have not been living up to my potential for the last several years. And it is what it is. The important thing for me then is to recognize that I could say I've fallen short. I won't say, I see procrastination and perfectionism as a teeter-totter. I really do see it as a teeter-totter. Perfectionism and procrastination, whichever side of the thing that we're on, we're not doing what we could be. And realistically, it seems to me the more that we actually do, and this is what I'm trying to convince myself of anyway, the more we do, the more we'll actually find out what it is that we need to do somehow. So there are all sorts of ways of looking at it. It's by taking action that we might finally find the right action that we should be taking. So I hope this, and I'm trying to convince myself, so please listen with me. Sipandar S.A. Hi, are you American? I'm Californian. I grew up in Southern California. And I have 2 French daughters, and I've now lived more time in France than in California. So you can decide whatever you think you want me to be. That doesn't matter. I think somehow we're all extra taré, as we say in French. We're all extra crazies for running around in this period of time that we chose to be here on the planet. That's a very fun thing. So we're all kind of a little bit off, right? And that's okay. I'm trying to get back on. So what I'm doing is, they say to make a message out of our mess. And that's a tough thing sometimes, right? But this is the beauty of growing, is by really some nice self-analysis, some tough love looking at, really looking at what it is that we're doing right now, where we came from, and if we're lucky enough to have an idea of where we would like to go. And I say that because I used to have a lot of written goals, and they work. They really do. For whatever reason, I whatever. I mean, I could easily say I got too spiritual and now it's just about being. Who cares about having? Which is true to a sense, but at another point, I do love the experiences of life. I don't want a private jet, but man, I would love to start flying every place on private jets just because I'm so sick of, for example, TSA. so, so I've flown so many times and I got, I just, whatever. But I just think it's a big rigmarole, and that's part of the game. Okay, super cool, I get it. So at some point, I either have to quit complaining or I have to change. So I prefer to try to change. And one of the ways that I try to change is talking into this little numerical device. I call this my YouTube phone, and it is what it is. So this is one of the ways. By me speaking into the phone, I hope to be helping other people to live a better life. And at the same time, I'm also clarifying and redefining somehow some of my own direction and purpose in life. I do believe, I absolutely believe that we all have some sort of what's called a dharma. So it could be a purpose, it could be a life mission, it could be, as we say in French, a raison d'être. It could be lots of things, but there is a few different whys, and wise is great because wise, to become wise, right, we need a few whys, WHYS. We need our whys to become wise, and that helps us along our journey. And if we remember that this is a journey, it ain't about the destination. But to remember that, because I think too many people don't even think about the destination anymore and forget that we're on a journey because they're distracting themselves somehow. And I know when I go into the digital, it is a distraction. Although I tell myself, right, no, but I'm looking for new ways to market and to monetize and to create an audience and to get the good tidbits and the nuggets and to figure out how to do all this stuff. Yeah, well, I get it. I understand. And we can all just kind of mentally masturbate ourselves into a corner. Which is why I think that this idea of procrastination on one side and perfectionism on the other side really is a teeter-totter. And we're all in this game or this reality or this simulation or this matrix or this real reality. Who knows? I don't think we can know. And it's up to us to decide how we want to play. And I mean, is our algorithm something that we help program? It's possible. For example, if we knew with everything in us that if we went and looked something up online, we know we're going to start seeing ads for that, right? So what about the same thing in life? Well, what should we start looking for in life so that we start to see, some sort of marketing, publicity, advertisements for a dream, for example? Imagine that somehow we got it in our heads that we really could live a dream life. Well, have we taken the time to define the dream? I do some music. I really love music, and I actually compose a little bit of music with a buddy of mine. And in one of the songs that we made, I really like this line that I created. Maybe it's time to grow a new dream, grow a new dream, grow a new dream. Maybe it's time to grow a new dream, grow a new dream, grow a new dream. Anyway, I do have these crazy fantasies also about doing music, but um, I'm still not at that level. I'm getting a lot better, and it's thanks to practicing all the time, and it's thanks to having somehow a longer term vision, knowing that Rome wasn't built in a day, that if I just keep on going, if I'm persistent, if I'm consistent, and if I train every day, then I know I can somehow get better, which is a great thing. And I do recognize that I have some progress because I have recently done a couple of songs where I even put them online and I actually got compliments. Whereas I know when I used to sing, it was like, oh, my anyway, so I'm happy with my progress. Of course, I want to progress more, but I also know that I need to train more. So it's a realistic thing. I really love the realism that I'm getting to expose myself to sometimes. And at the same time, I know there are lots of things about this whole marketing game that I'm really looking to get involved in. And I'm happy that I'm now putting myself out there to learn this better because I've read too many books now. So I've gone too far into the perfectionism side, which, and I'm fine with the procrastination. I'm actually okay with actually doing stuff, so that's fine. But it is time for me to actually put out some ads and try and generate uh, actual revenue online. So I will be starting a challenge. I get it. There's lots of people that go down that route. I'm looking to figure out exactly how to do this in English. I've been taking all these classes and I'm taking my last few things here to know how to get everything set up online because there are some technical things that we have to learn. And I look forward to sharing that with you. I would like it if you're bilingual, that you come onto my Tuesday or Friday broadcast at 11:11 and and just say something. You know, come say, hey, I caught you in English, or I'm bilingual, because I really would like to see how much of a bilingual broadcast possibility there is, because I think it would also be a lot of fun. Because I'm thinking all the time in French and English. Those are the main two languages that I'm constantly working in, because I could be reading a book in English, but I'm writing something else in French because of whatever. And I live in France, so it would be fun to have some sort of a better bilingual channel. I don't know. Anyway, I do feel super blessed to have lived this crazy life that I've been living. It's not that crazy, but from the beginnings, I've come a long way, thankfully. And I still have some things I'd like to do. And so I also would like to help people along the way, because I think that is a bit, and it could be a selfish way to look at it, because I know that by helping other people, I'm also helping myself. And of course, the better I can serve myself, the better I can serve other people. So it really is a virtuous spiral. So I like that idea too. Anyway, I'm Ravi. I am Ravi. Be the gift. Thanks for coming. Thanks for cooking. Thanks for sharing whatever you want to do. That's great. Remember, on Tuesdays and Fridays, it's in French at 11:11. Je suis Ravi. I'm Ravi. Be the gift. Cherche tes dons d'essence. Ensemble, on est en éveil. Together, I think that we can attain some sort of enlightenment. So let's do some stuff together. I'm Ravi. Be the gift.